hammered you got.
Now you're mine.
He says to the man, "It's not a hoarder. That's my wife."
Let us sleep, sweetheart, by your side. That one. No harm come to us.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Now you're mine. Do your work.
End of that.
What was that? Now you're mine.
It's
Done and done.
Archay keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death.
Done and done.
Crazy. Cicero.
Let us sleep, sweet Archay, by your side. Let no harm come to you.
Sadness.
Archay keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death.
His corpse too much.
Archay keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death.
Surely the dread Lord will at least allow poor Cicero to caper.
Archay keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death.
Bring that lute across my knee, and if the doctor choose to fight, why then I'll set his clothes alight.
Let us sleep, sweet Archay, by your side. Let no harm come to us. Archay keeps the cycle. He watches us in life. RK will guard our eternal rest. His servants shall protect the dead from harm.
No, just my head playing tricks. Oh, there's Cicero.
Where'd you come from?
Get across me.
RK keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death.
Into her belly.
RK keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death. RK keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death. Protect us, RK, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest. Let us sleep, sweet RK, by your side. Let no harm come to us. Protect us, RK, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest. RK keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death.
Where'd you come from?
Huh?
see?
Let us sleep,
This
sweet
how?
Arcade, by your side. Let no harm come to us.
That's mad.
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
Victory is yours!
That's the end of that.
Protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
What now? Anything good?
Arcade will guard our eternal rest. Servants shall protect the dead from harm.
Who's there? That'll teach you. I'm okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share of time in caves already.
Let us sleep, sweet Arcade, by your side. Let no harm come to us. Protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest. Arcade keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death. Arcade will guard our eternal rest. Servants shall protect the dead from harm.
What now? If you think it'll help.
let's kill someone.
RK keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death.
I knew I heard something.
Get across me.
protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
Madness is merry and ravens might when the chestnut comes calling his knife in the night.
Arcade will guard our eternal rest. His servants shall protect the dead from harm. Arcade will guard our eternal rest. His servants shall protect the dead from harm.
Cicero is at your service, oh great and powerful listener.
Arcade will guard our eternal rest. His servants shall protect the dead from harm.
Yes, sweet boy. Or a carrot.
Arcade will guard our eternal rest. His servants shall protect the dead from harm.
I'm not gonna die like this.
How gladly.
Yes? If you think it'll help.
Protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to
Let's
disturb
get
the dead's
indoors.
rest.
Or in a cave. Anywhere, just out of this.
Protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest. Arcade keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death. Arcade keeps...
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
Protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest. Protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb... Arcade will guard our eternal rest. The servant shall protect the dead from harm.
And I said to the baker, you're not dead, you're a baker. Dig, Dwemer in the beyond. I'll know your lost unknown and rise to your depths. Give it, quickly. Extraordinary. I see it now. The ceiling structure interlocks in the tiniest fractals. Dwemer blood can loose the hooks, but none alive remain to bear it. A panoply of their brethren could gather to form a facsimile, a trick. Something they did not anticipate. No, not even them. The blood of Altmer, Bosmer, Dunmer, Falmer, and Orsimer. The elves still living provide the key. Bear you hence this extractor. It will drink the fresh blood of elves. Come when its set is complete. Ah, the box contains the heart. Ah, the essence of a god. I have devoted my life to the Elder Scrolls, but their knowledge is a passing awareness when compared to the encompassing mind of divinity. The Dwemer were the last to touch it. It was thought to have been destroyed by the Nerevarine, but my lord told me otherwise. The Daedric Prince of the Unknown, Hermaeus Mora. I thought there were no secrets left to know, until I first spoke
Arcane
to
will
him.
guard our eternal rest.
He asks a price to work his will. A few murders, some dissent spread, a plague or two, for the secrets I can endure. In time, he brought me here, to the
Arcane keeps the
box.
cycle. He watches
But
us
he
life
won't
and
reveal how to open it. Maddening.
protect us, Arcane, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
Is there singing in the void? Dancing?
Come closer, bask in my presence. I am Hermaeus Mora. I am the guardian of the unseen, a knower of the unknown. I have been watching you, mortal. Most impressive.
Sleep, sweet Arcane, by your side. Let no harm
Your
come to us.
continuing aid to Septimus renders him increasingly obsolete. He has served me well, but his time is nearing its end.
Arcane keeps the cycle.
Once that
Watches us in life
infernal
and death.
lockbox is opened, he will have exhausted his usefulness to me. When that time comes, you shall take his place as my emissary. What say you?
This Arcane, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
Indeed, speak with me when the box has been opened, and all shall be revealed.
Arcane will guard our eternal rest. His servants shall protect the dead from harm. Arcane keeps. Arcane keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death.
Anything good?
I hope you find life. You need something? I am happy to help if I can.
Foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
All right, then.
Yes,
Arcade
how
keeps
may
the
I
cycle.
serve you, my lord?
What doesn't like it?
Let's kill someone.
Yes, how may I serve you, my lord? Farewell, and good journey, my lord. I'm afraid I won't be able to help you with the scrolls any longer, my lord. Please, do not be angry with me. I'm afraid in my haste to read the first scroll, I neglected the time I needed to prepare. The failure is purely mine to bear. As you can see from my bandages, it's not that I am unwilling, it's that I am physically unable. Oh, please, my lord, please, forgive me. If only such a miracle existed, I'd overcome the impossible in order to secure it, if it meant pleasing you. Although I would gladly die by your hand, perhaps I could offer an alternative way to read the scrolls. Oh, thank you, my lord. Thank you. Scattered across Tamriel are secluded locations known only as Ancestor Glades. There's one in Skyrim in the Pine Forest. Performing the ritual of the Ancestor Moth within the glade should provide the answers you seek. It involves carefully removing the bark from a canticle tree, which will in turn attract ancestor moths to you. Once enough of the moths are following, they'll provide you with the second sight needed to decipher the scrolls. In keeping with tradition, You must use a specific tool in the Ancestor Glade, an implement known as a draw knife. Every moth priest is taught this ritual, but few ever get the chance to perform it. You should consider yourself fortunate if it works for you. From what I saw in the vision, the Elder Scroll which foreshadows the defiance of the gods with the blood of mortals is the key to the prophecy. Sadly, yes. It is the inevitable fate we agree to pursue when reading the Elder Scrolls. It generally does not occur until a moth priest is in his latter years, but in my case, I simply was not preparing myself properly. Deciphering one of the Elder Scrolls is nothing like reading a simple book. There is quite a bit of ritual and concentration required. It can take months or even years to complete a single scroll, and even then, months to recover. Fortune smile upon you, my lord. Yes, my lord? What can I help you with?
Dear Cicero will keep you from harm, sweet mother, forever and always.
What now?
Protect us, Arcane, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
Yes, my lord? What can I help you with?
Must oil mother soon. Get all the hard-to-reach places.
Arcane keeps us. He watches us in life and death.
Who are you?
Arcane will guard our eternal rest. Servants shall protect the dead from harm.
When the jester comes calling with his knife in the night.
I hope we reach Ancestor Glade soon. What now?
Arcane keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death.
Must oil mother soon. Get all the hard-to-reach places.
Arcane will guard our eternal rest. His servants shall protect the dead from harm. Protect us, Arcane, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest. Protect us, Archay, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
Don't get in my way, and I won't tear your arms off. Simple, isn't it?
Archay keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death.
He says to the man, "It's not a horror, that's my wife." Oh, I love that one.
They will guard our eternal rest. Servants shall protect the dead from harm. Protect us, Archay, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
If I saw you seeing birds.
Let us sleep, sweet Archay, by your side. Let no harm come to us. Archay keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death. Archay keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death.
This must be the place.
RK keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death.
Yes?
Cicero is hungry.
Not very impressive, is it? If this ends up being a wasted trip, your friend Dexian and I are going to have some words when we get back.
Let us sleep, sweet Arcade, by your side. Let no harm come to us.
Wow. Look at this place. No one's been here in centuries.
Is that your voice?
I doubt there's any other place like it.
Arcade will guard our eternal rest.
Well, we got the knife.
Servants shall protect
now all
the
we
dead
need to do
from
is
harm.
track down one of those canticle trees. Hope the mob like that bark as much as Dexian said they would. Look at them. They've definitely taken a liking to you. And unless I'm seeing things, you're starting to glimmer.
Let us sleep, sweet Arcade, by your side. No harm come to us. Let us sleep, sweet Arcade, by your side. Let no harm come to us.
Dear Cicero, you keep me from harm.
Let us sleep, sweet Arcade, by your side. Let no harm come to us. Let us sleep, sweet Arcade, by your side. Let no harm come to us. Let us sleep, sweet Arcade, by your side. Let us sleep, sweet Arcade, by your side. Let no harm come to us.
And he says to the man, "It's not a horker. That's my wife." I love that one.
Protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
Are you okay? Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow. Are you okay? Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow.
Protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
I could see it in your eyes. You looked about 1,000 leagues away. What about Ariel's bow? Do you know where we can find it? Then it's almost over. We can finally rewrite the prophecy as we see fit. Where is this Darkfall cave? Then let's get going. I want to get there before my father has a chance to track us down. Not much. If you read any history, it shows up from time to time, but it's a hard thing to track. As far as I know, though, it's never been held by a vampire. That would be a new one.
Servants shall protect the dead from harm.
Ariel is one of the elven gods. He's with the rest of them in Aetherius. The way I've heard it, the sun represents the connection from our world to theirs. Supposedly, the bow draws its energy from the sun itself, which is why it shows up in that prophecy. Where'd you come from?
The white take you!
Tough day for you.
Dug your own grave.
That'll teach you. Do you need something?
Protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest. Let us sleep, sweet Arcade, by your side. Let no harm come to us. Let us sleep, sweet Arcade, by your side. Let no harm come to us. RK keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and
Yes?
death.
Not much. If you read any history, it shows up from time to time, but it's a hard thing to track. As far as I know, though, it's never been held by a vampire. That would be a new one. Ariel is one of the elven gods. He's with the rest of them in Aetherius. The way I've heard it, the sun represents the connection from our world to theirs. Supposedly, the bow draws its energy from the sun itself, which is why it shows up in that prophecy. And that part, I don't know. Once we have it, hopefully it'll be obvious.
What? Mother? Is that your voice I hear? No. Just my head playing tricks.
Let us sleep, sweet Arcane, by your side. Let no harm come to us. RK keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death.
Win this!
This is the end for you.
RK keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death.
Need to get Mother some flowers. Pretty flowers.
Where'd you come from?
Let us sleep, sweet Arcane, by your side. No harm come to us. RK will guard our eternal rest. His servants shall protect the dead from harm. Protect us, Arcane, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest. uncleanness.
I knew I heard something. Get across me. Let's kill someone.
Protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
Stay on your guard. I knew I heard something.
Get across me.
Who's there? I knew I heard something. That'll teach you. These people. Why would anyone want to... set up camp here?
Let us sleep,
I wonder what
sweet
happened.
Arcade, by your side. Let no harm come to us. Arcade keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death. Protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
I don't like the look of this.
Now you're mine.
Arcade will guard our eternal rest. His servants shall protect the dead from harm.
Need to sharpen my blade. Make it shining.
Arcade will guard our
And
eternal
oh,
rest.
so
His servants shall
deadly.
protect the dead
You
from
have
harm.
nothing to fear here. I am Knight Paladin Gelabor. Welcome to the great chantry of Auriel.
Let us sleep, sweet Arcane.
Auriel, Auriel, Alkosh, Akatosh, so many different names for the sovereign of the Snow Elves. I prefer Snow Elf. The name Falmer usually holds a negative meaning to most travelers. Those twisted creatures you call Falmer, I call the Betrayed. Of course, you're here for Auriel's bow. Why else would you be here? I can help you get it, but first, I must have your assistance. I need you to kill Archcurate Vertha, my brother. The kinship between us is gone. I don't understand what he's become, but he's no longer the brother I once knew. It was the Betrayed. They did something to him. I just don't know why Auriel would allow this to happen. They swept into the chantry without warning, and began killing everyone without pause. The chantry was a place of peaceful worship. I led a small group of paladins, but we were no match for the Betrayed's sheer numbers. They slaughtered everyone, and stormed the inner sanctum where I believe they corrupted Vertha. He's alive. I've seen him, but something's wrong. He never looks as though he's in pain or under duress. He just stands there and watches, as though waiting.
Who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
Leaving the way shrines unguarded would be violating my sacred duty as a Knight Paladin of Auriel, and an assault on the Betrayed guarding the inner sanctum would only end with my death.
Arcane will guard our
yes,
rest.
Let me show you.
Servants shall protect the dead from harm.
Let's kill someone!
So this is snow. Incredible.
This structure is known as a way shrine. They were used for meditation and for transport when the chantry was a place of enlightenment. Prelates of these shrines were charged with teaching the mantras of Auriel to our initiates.
What's that basin in the center signify?
Once the initiate completed his mantras, he'd dip a ceremonial ewer in the basin at the way shrine center and proceed to the next way shrine.
So these initiates had to lug around a heavy pitcher of water. Marvelous. How long would they have to do that?
Well, once the initiate's enlightenment was complete, he'd bring the ewer to the chantry's inner sanctum. Pouring the contents of the ewer into the sacred basin of the sanctum would allow him to enter for an audience with the Archcurate himself.
All that just to end up dumping it out? It makes no sense to me.
It's symbolic. I don't expect you to understand.
So, let's get this straight. We need to do all that nonsense to get into the temples.
Arcane keeps the cycle. He watches us in life.
I know how it all sounds. But if there was another way, I'd have done it long ago. The only way to get to my brother is by following in the initiate's footsteps and traveling from way shrine to way shrine, just as they did. The first lay at the end of Darkfall Passage, a cavern that represents the absence of enlightenment.
Arcane will guard our eternal rest.
There are 5 in total, spread far apart across the chantry. Caves? Oh no. The chantry encompasses far more than a few caves, as you'll soon discover. But before I send you on your way, you'll need the initiate's ewer.
Let no harm come to us.
Once you've located a way shrine, there'll be a spectral prelate tending to it. They will allow you to draw the waters from the shrine's basin, as if you've been enlightened.
Who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
This may be the last time we're able to converse. If you have any questions before you leave, I suggest you ask them. Otherwise, all I can do now is grant you my hopes for a safe journey.
Arcane will guard our eternal rest. His servants shall protect the dead.
Questions? I expected as much.
You need something?
They're ghosts of the snow elf priests that tended the way shrines before being slaughtered by the betrayed. Through the grace of Auriel, they were restored to their spectral form to enable them to continue their duties.
The foul and unclean who seek to disturb...
I'm afraid in their current form, they still believe the Chantry to be an active center of worship. They won't respond to you in any way other than believing that you're an initiate and you're undertaking the journey to the inner sanctum. This is, or was, the epicenter of our religion. Most of the Snow Elf people worshipped Auriel. The Chantry was constructed near the beginning of the First Era to provide a retreat for those that wished to become enlightened. Our empire had temples to some of the other deities. Trinimac, Sirabane, Yefre, and Finister rounded out the rest. But those temples paled in comparison to the glory of the Chantry and its way shrines. Oh yes, they were an important part of the process here. They represented the steps the initiates took on the path to total enlightenment. Sadly, the magic used to construct these wonders were lost long before I arrived here. We were once a wealthy and prosperous society that occupied a portion of Skyrim. Unfortunately, we were constantly at war with the Nords, who claimed the land as their ancestral home. In a manner of speaking, we had always maintained an uneasy alliance with the underground-dwelling dwarves, and when faced with extinction, we turned to them for help. Surprisingly, they agreed to protect us, but demanded a terrible price: the blinding of our race. There were splinter groups that resisted the agreement, and even some that sought alternate alliances. But when it was all said and done, those elves were either slaughtered, vanished, or gave up and took the dwarves' bargain.
You are foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
I've often asked myself that very same question. The blinding of my race was supposedly accomplished with a toxin, certainly not enough to devolve them into the sad and twisted beings they've become. The Chantry is quite isolated, so it took some time for word of the dwarves' offer to reach us here. By the time the compact had been completed, it was too late for us to even attempt to intervene. Correct. We only numbered perhaps 100 at the time, so our presence remained a secret to the dwarves and the Nords. Ironically, our undoing came at the hands of our own people. Yes, they swarmed the Chantry in vast numbers until we were completely overrun. We never really stood a chance. I assume that the Archcurate was corrupted by them when they found a way to breach the inner sanctum. Verther and myself are the only two snow elves that remain.
Arcade keeps the cycle.
May Auriel watch over you.
Wasn't as unpleasant as I thought it would be. Kind of soothing, actually. I feel a little warmer now. Yes?
Arcade will guard our eternal rest.
Done and done.
Dear Cicero, keep you from harm, sweet mother. Who's there?
I knew I heard something. That'll teach you.
I knew I heard something. That's the end of that. That's the end of that.
Arcade will guard our eternal rest.
I said
The servants shall protect you
you're
from
not.
harm.
You're a faker. But if that's your wish...
Who's there?
What was that?
Nothing.
Done and done. Where'd you come from? Done and done.
I knew I heard something.
Won't end well for you.
Protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
I'll plunge my knife into her belly.
Who's there?
Done and done.
Protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
Where'd you come from? This won't end well for you.
That's the end of that.
Are you seeing this? It's fantastic.
Let us sleep, sweet Arcade, by your side. Let us sleep, sweet Arcade, by your side. Let no harm come to us.
Be careful here. That's on the other side. Where'd you come from?
The end of that.
Let us sleep, sweet Arcade, by your side. No harm.
Cicero is hungry. Need a sweet roll. Or a carrot.
Almost doesn't even look real, you know?
Arcade will guard our eternal rest. His servants shall protect the dead
Is there
from harm.
singing in the void? Dancing? Surely the dread Lord will at least allow poor Cicero to caper. He says to the man, "It's not a horker, that's my wife." I love that one.
Where'd you come?
That's the end of
Done
that.
and done.
Arcade will guard our eternal rest. His servants shall protect the dead from harm.
What? Is that your voice I hear? No. Just my head playing tricks.
Here we go.
Foolish Cicero.
Welcome, Initiate. This is the Way Shrine of Illumination. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Ariel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment? Then behold Ariel's gift, my child. May it light your path as you seek tranquility within the inner sanctum.
Protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
May Ariel's brilliance illuminate your path.
If I chance to see the cat, I'll feed its corpse to my pet rat.
Protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest. Arcade keeps the cycle. He watches us in life and death.
Touch my knife into the belly.
Protect us, Arcade, from the foul and unclean who seek to disturb the dead's rest.
If I spy a singing bird, I'll snap its neck before it's heard.
Let us sleep, sweet Arcade, by your side. Let no
This is
harm come
merry
to
and
us.
merry in its might. When the chestnut comes calling, it is knife in the night.
Arcade will guard our eternal rest. His servants shall
Is that
protect the
another
dead
one of
from
those
harm.
shrines up there?
Welcome, initiate. This is the Way Shrine of Sight. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Ariel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment? Then behold Ariel's gift, my child. May it speed your journey to the inner sanctum.
Arcade will guard our eternal rest. His servants shall protect the dead from harm. Arcade will guard our eternal rest. His servants shall protect the dead from harm.
How swift lady it's made, mother and crone.
Arcade will guard our eternal rest. His servants shall protect the dead from harm.
Get all the hard to reach places.
More spiders? Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from? Done and done. It almost doesn't even look real, you know?
Arcade keeps the cycle. He watches us in life.
What? Mother? Is that your voice I hear? No. Just my head playing tricks. Foolish Cicero.
Let us sleep, sweet Arcade, by your side. Let no harm come to us.
What now?
Arcade keeps the cycle.